Hello, welcome back to another video. I got two toothpicks right here. Just playing with them in my mouth. Cause why not? Hope you guys are doing well though. There's one thing. When it comes to this life, that really just makes you think. And that is ourself. Our mind, our body, our soul. In uniform together as one. On the path to where whatever it is that we call glory for ourselves. But the thing about ourself is, if all those parts of ourself are not in uniform and not balanced, then we can't take ourselves where we want to be. There comes a point in all of our lives where we have to disconnect from the system, from life, from everything, so that we can dissect each part of ourselves, our mind, our body, and our soul. And when we dissect ourselves, we find out more information about ourselves than we can handle at times. Because when the truth about yourself is shown to you, it's a little scary. And the reason why it's scary is because it makes you uncomfortable. It's like you're viewing yourself from the outside. Third person, just looking at yourself when you disconnect and dissect. And you realize you really are nothing when it comes to everything. Because in the grand scheme of things, we're all just little particles moving in unison with every other little particle, like ourself, to make the world go around. But it's not about the whole world going around. It's about whatever little world you have within yourself that you're trying to make go around. And you try, and you try, and you try. To make your world spin. Make sure it's going the way it's supposed to go. but it never happens our way. We just float along the journey. However it goes is however it goes. When you dissect yourself and you just see what kind of person you are deep down inside. It scares you because it's true. Sometimes you don't want to accept who you are because you just can't believe that that's actually you. Until you realize that that is what you are. Disassociating from the success that you are with everything that you do to try to stop yourself. All the sabotage and the pain. When you cry yourself to sleep, whether internally or externally. After those nights, all those nights, eventually you're going to come to realize that you're done being comfortable. You dissected yourself. You see the flaws. You see the imperfections. You see everything that you are. And you realize you want to be that, truly. You don't want to be that self that you thought you were. The illusions fade away when you open your eyes to that of which you couldn't see before. Instead of seeking for comfort or safety, what you is freedom, happiness, success, and joy, whatever it is that does all those things for you. And you don't chase it, you just accept it into your life. You stop fighting against what it is that you're supposed to be. And just accept who you are. In denial, you were. But in acceptance, you are now. Acceptance of yourself. Acceptance of the way the world works. Realizing you can't do anything besides live in the system. and make what you can out of it. When you sit back and you take a big deep breath, sometimes you just feel like life is unfair. Why does it have to be this way? But it's not. It's not unfair. This is fair. This is freedom. And you've always had it. The condition that you had within yourself. Believing that you aren't free. It dissipates after you dissect yourself and see that the only one that was holding you back was yourself. That's a hard pill to swallow. But when you swallow it, you feel better. Acceptance. Accept yourself. Accept who you are. Accept where you're supposed to be. Accept life for what it is instead of trying to change all of it. Not one person can play God. Ever. And that's the truth. All the power, all the control, it's not enough. We can't change the world by ourselves. But we can do something to make a slightest difference in the world. By doing us. What makes you think that you can change the world if you haven't met yourself yet? The chaos is all around us. We live in it every day. But what about the chaos within yourself? Every day. When you get to the point where you're on the verge of breaking, everything will crumble down, and that's when you're reborn into someone that is ready to do what it is that they're supposed to do. In whatever way it manifests in your life. Doesn't take a lot to get to where you want to be. It just takes discipline. That's it. Anyways, I love you guys. Stay present. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.